feel not the man who has traded 10,000 shares once, but I feel the man who has traded a few analysis shares 10,000 times. Hi dear investors and Homily members, welcome to my channel. I'm MG, and this channel is specially designed for investors to learn the technical analysis or chart techniques. So we'll let you know the investment strategy for the current market and the pattern of bullish shares and the movement of bankers in the chart. So I hope you make progress every day with down-to-earth mindset. Then you will achieve sustainable and stable profits from market soon. Today I'm gonna share the topic how to double your profits by making market weekly review. So today is Sunday and it's not a trading day, so we can make a market review, which also get prepared for the next week's trading. So first thing, I don't really know if you have this habit or not. If you did this also, well, I'll be very happy, and I generally will make this market review report to my Homily members. But if you never do kind of such review, then I really recommend you to try to do this, and you'll definitely be benefit from this habit. Because you need to know your gains or losses, then optimize for your strategy for better profits. So loss in the markets is quite normal in your investment life, and it works if we took it as a lesson and find the results to fix it, to optimize it. So let's go to the one. Okay, this is the history records, okay, which I share to my members, because generally I do this in weekend, okay, so that we can prepare for the next week's trading. Okay, let's here's the state. Here are some steps. Okay, the first step. Okay, I will check the global index. Okay, generally before I go to the KLCI, I will check the Dow Jones. Sometimes the Nasdaq. Okay, the US market, and then I will check about the HSI. The Hang Seng Index, because I know many Malaysian investors also trade the Dow Jones and the Hang Seng in Hong Kong shares, but you know the US shares got jet flag, right? But the Hong Kong shares don't need, so it's easy for us to check it. Okay, and then I check the KLCI, and sometimes if there are some important news about the cashiers, I will check about the forex data and also crude oil. Okay, so this step can help me find the risk of successful rate of the whole market. So generally I will go like this. So I will go to the flag. Okay, I will use Homily software and just check the indexes here. You can just choose the okay, you can go to the quotes, and there is a global indexes here. So generally I will choose this one. I just extend in them, and you will find the top gainers of last week's global index, and you can check them. Okay, if you want to check global one, but generally I check the few index I just showed. Okay, but when I check the index, I generally check the weekly chart first. I just draw the lines, can make me easier to find the directions, right, or the risk or chances there. So this is a weekly chart of the Dow Jones. So I just draw lines here, and you will find there is a I use two colors. Okay, the two colors. The white line is a more middle long term shares, middle long term direction, and there is the red line. Okay, the red line is for short term. Yeah, you can see the candles get support by this red line. So for short term you still got chance, but for medium long term you can find there is a pattern there. We can call it how to say the horn graphics, right? The horn graphics, and we know that the U.S. market is just like a wolf market, which is very volatile. So means you have a fast, how to say, you have a chance to catch the fast shares if you are very skilled on the chart or good at you have your own template. And it's very fast there. And before the re-election of the Donald Trump, so the shares maybe keep sideways here or just break out or break down. But we say that maybe have higher successful to break out if his re-election are successful like that. But actually, still got chance. But compared to before, of course, is how to say, influenced a lot by the tariff war, So this is the weekly chart. We can see the trend. You still get some chance here, but no very big chance. And you can also use the profitable chips to find your support. And you can find the longest profitable chips and then find the relative candlestick here. And then you draw a box here. So later, if the prices break out at the same time with your trend line, is a very good sign. And also, you can see there is a green chips here. You can consider it as a locked chips. So at the longest locked chips, you find the relative candlestick of the longest green chip, and then it will be a support. Okay, support in the future if it drop back. Okay, so this is a weekly chart, and if we check the daily chart of the Dow Jones, and we can also check here Dow Jones. Okay, this is weekly chart. And so in the daily chart, it's very easy. Okay, then you can find your starting point of the wave chance, right? So every time if you buy here, okay, for example, this is the index. If you every time you buy here and you sell here, it's kind of a wave chance. 30 days, it's like one month and a half, you make 10%, just like kind of these shares. But you can find more stronger shares like that. So I mean, this is the chance. The Dow Jones, the US give us the wave chance. Okay, then the HSI, the Hong Kong market. Okay, the Hang Seng Index, we can see this market more sensitive than the US shares because the also the tariff war, right, influenced the US market and Shanghai market and also the Hong Kong market. So Hong Kong market is similar to A shares, Shanghai Composite Index, but the good thing is sideways in long trend, in uptrend, but Shanghai index is in downtrend. Okay, so we can draw two lines. The white line is more mid long term. It moved in a triangle pattern. So after this triangle pattern finished, then the market will choose a new direction, breakout or breakdown, and a little bit, how to say, goes to narrow, okay, go to sideways. And in short term, it's in a downtrend channel. So you can find your chance in these two patterns. If you play short term, yeah, you can go to the small channel. And if you play mid long term, you can still catch the support of the pattern here. And you can also use the chips to find your important support and resistance. So we know from the weekly chart we can see the next 3 or 4 months support resistance at least, right? And then when you check the daily chart, you can at least find the next 3 to 4 weeks it's important support and resistance. Yeah. Okay, and this is let's finally go to the KLCI. So this is the weekly chart, and we already know that KLCI is quite weak, and we also find the rebound chance to trade. So I always share our members that okay, do not put much money in the market, maybe half of your portion, and maybe 50% of the capital in the market, and then you catch kind of this chance. Even the strong shares compared to the bullish share is still be, how to say, risky. But of course, you need to choose the strong shares, right? Okay, this is the weekly chart. So we can find is a wage pattern here, and this week okay, is a slight young candle. So, but we know that the market is manually moved in sideways. So that's why. And the last week is very strong rebound because it got support by this pattern. So in the daily chart, we can find the recent resistance, recent support and resistance by also drawing the lines. Okay, you join the boxes by catching the longest green chip or longest red chip here. The longest red chip candle is a strong resistance, and the longest green chip candle is a strong support. So this is a how to say the daily chart. Okay, this is a daily chart of the KLCI. So by checking the global index, you know the whole risk or chance in their market, and then you can set your whole strategy in the current market. Okay, so this is the first step, and then the second step I will go through the sector list to check if got any sector rotation or which is the strong sector in the current markets. So we will go to the flag, and you just choose the indexes here, and you use the weekly chart, and then just extending all the sectors here. This is weekly chart. Okay, so you can see last week is quite it's quite weak. Okay, it's quite weak. Okay, and the strongest sector of last week is ACE. Okay, Bursa Malaysia ACE, and then the energy. Okay, energy sector is not bad. Okay, we just say that we just want to find the strong shares, a strong sector, or to check if they are sector rotation. So before I do a picture kind of this, it's the US shares. Okay, the US index, a American security market. So you can find in each rebound or each downtrend they are leading sectors. For example, in this area, the telecommunication service is the leading stock, is the leading sector, and in this area, the telecommunication service is the leading sector, and then it turns to the consumer stamps, and here is the consumer, still the consumer stamps, and then the utilities, and then telecommunications, and then materials. So it will be rotate. Okay, and here also in Nasdaq also the same before. Okay, in these strong shares that they are healthcare leading the stock, leading this their market, and then in the sideway area the utilities leading. And then the another bullish share, the information technology leads the whole market. So in KLCI also have this regularity. So you can check the index by find the strong sectors of the current market. So actually, when we use the weekly chart, we can find last week the energy sector is not bad. Okay, so we can take a look. The energy sector, okay, so we can compare with the KLCI. Compare with KLCI, you can see, okay, the KLCI is kind of sideways last week, but this energy sector is uptrend, right? Because we only compared the last week, so that's why you can see it's quite strong compared to other shares, right? So in last week, so you can use this one. You can make video short-term profit by trading these stocks which belongs to this energy sector. Okay, and this is about sector, and then I will go to analysis my own shares finally. But I will also use the long-term versus short-term next, and so that I can set my strategy better. I also have 3 small steps to check my own shares, and I've been right here already. First thing, I will join the lines to find directional support and resistance of my own shares. And this join lines is a longer term chart. then you can only find it. If only in very small chart, it's very hard. Okay. Then second, check movement of institution funds. Because as long as my shares have institution funds inside, then I can relax to hold it for middle long, because I trade middle short term now. Okay, and then the third, I will wait for the buy and sell point. I know not every good share have buy and sell point, so I just put the good pattern shares into my watch list, and then wait for the buy and sell point. I cannot be, how to say, hurry to entry, like if even the shares is quite strong. Okay, I can take a view about this one. For example, this share do full. I will draw the lines in longer chart. What do you mean? What do I mean the longer chart? So you can see I use weekly chart here. So in weekly chart, I just draw lines here, pattern. So you can find in the history. We can draw a channel here, slightly down channel here. This is correction pattern, and the recent correction pattern is triangle. Then the price break up the triangle and then keep going up, right? And then now, okay, the second window, the red chips is the institution funds. Okay, it tells me that, okay, relax, this share even have correction, but it's still wholly controlled by the bankers, so you don't need to worry. So if you trade long term, you can still hold it, and then if you sell in this correction area, you can buy it back, because the bankers haven't leave at all. They just how to say, rest for a while, or just shake up the price, and then they come back again, even till now. Okay, so this is a weekly chart. I draw the lines, I know. Okay, but in this chart, I only find the regularity of how this share correction. I cannot find the, how to say, the resistance, because this is a price hit a new high. Okay, already the history new high price. So I can only follow their banker chips. If their red chips just going down, okay, going down, and their lowest red chip is lower than before, I know that the risk is coming. But so far, I still can hold it, because their red chips is still hot, is still very strong in the market. So now I can go to the smaller chart. Smaller chart means the daily chart, more recent chart. So more recent chart, I just keep holding, right? So and then this is second, right? The second, and then the third one is I will find or wait for the buy and sell point. So now the price is correction. The correction is good for me, because when the correction finished and then get support, go up with a young candle, I can buy again, or I can add my portion. Okay, I can add my portion. So this is this share, I hold it for middle long term, and I also have the share for middle short term. For example, that share. The share in the energy lah. Okay, it's the share in energy. Okay, because I can also use the Homilyyour software to check the individual shares of this sector, because we just say this sector last week is quite strong, right? So if short term, I can choose the shares in this sector. Okay, so now I can only choose the energy sector, and then I choose the stocks. So all the individual stocks belongs to energy sector will come out. So they are 28 shares. So I can extend them. Okay, extending them, and then this one, okay, I can just choose. So this one was strong, right? It's quite strong recently. So actually, how should I check this share? Even I do middle short term, I will also check the long term chart. Okay, I will also check the long term chart. So we can go to the weekly chart. So actually, I can choose an area. The purpose I check the long term chart is I want to find the resistance, or how big of the profit space in the future. So I just use the things. Okay, and you can use the lines. It's very workable tools, very good tools to help you draw the lines. Okay, so you draw this line, and then you draw another lines. Okay, in the bottom, it's kind of for middle long term channel. So you can ask me why I draw like this. So because you need to find the the touch point. Okay, when the price reach more times of the trend line more effective of your trend line. So that's why I use this trend line. So after I join this channel, you know what you can guess that. So it means that okay, when the price reach to this resistance, you should be careful, right? So this is a profit space. So this is the good signs of the how to say advantage of drawing the lines. And then I go to the daily chart to check. Okay, in the daily chart, I must check the bankers. Okay, so you see, these shares why increase so strong. You can check the one. You can check the 13 days. Okay, 13 days it increased almost one time, 90%, quite strong. Yeah, really strong. And you can find their in love or highly their bankers highly control this share, so you still can hold it, right? And then maybe you ask me when I will sell or buy or sell this share, so I will put the indicator. Yeah, never mind, the indicator is very easy. Okay, like the first red circle is the first buy point and the first white circle is sell point, so I just wait for the white circle appeared and then I will sell in my real-time chart. It's very easy. Okay, so this is my analysis chart sharing. Okay, the fourth step is filtering setting. Okay, so this one, if you have shares, you can find more good patterns into watch list. No need to buy. And if you don't have shares, of course, you can go to the filtering. I think you have your own strategy after checking the first 3 steps, right? Okay, so actually we go through the strong shares. Okay, go through the strong shares and the anti-decline shares in weak market. Weak market is really good time for us to filter in potential shares. So a very simple way is that you go to the comprehensive Homilyyour software. There is a dark horse filtering. You just click. So all the strong type will come out. All the strong type shares will come out. So you can just take them. And you can also use the bankers. Okay, the bankers more than 25% or 50%, and then you can check all of them. So we can this is the first one. Second one, I choose this one. Okay, so we can check some of them. Check some of them. Hold on. So I can use the one. So you can check out. Not every one you can buy. Not every share you can buy, but you can choose, right? So some of them good pattern, right? It's good pattern, and you can wait. But not everyone have buy points, right? For example, I like the shares have higher high pattern, but most of them don't have a buy point. So I just put it into my watch list, and later have buy point I will buy. So this is a good pattern, more safe, right? More safe one, and I also like kind of this pattern. This pattern is higher high already, right? Higher high already. Higher low already, more stable in the long term in the uptrend. So this is quite strong. Okay, Franken array, and this one is short term strong share. And this is the win that also come strong. This is higher low already. So many shares you can filter in, right? This one very strong in the uptrend. So we got many shares. Okay, so this is the first step. So let's review for the 4 steps. So first one, I will check the global index to check the whole market risk or chance. Smell it, feel the market, right? Feel the market. And then second one, go through the sector list to check for any sector rotation and then find the strong sector and then find the leading stock of this strong sector, which is very important in weak market. The third one, you can analyze my own shares. Okay, and analyze my own shares, and I will introduce 3 steps: draw lines and check the bankers, and then wait for the buy and sell point. And the first one is the filtering settings. Okay, so this is the one, and you can take it as a reference, but I have already prepared my weekly report of this week, so you can send the weekly reports to my WhatsApp 011-1652-7962 to get it, to take as reference. And you can also do by your own self. And if you have any question, you're warmly welcome to leave your comments below my video, and then I will reply you, and I'm also very happy to reply you all. Okay, so finally, I will show you why I use this order. Okay, checking my shares. Actually, there is a very important philosophy behind them. Okay, the index first, stock next. Means before you check your own stocks, you always know the index for their markets. Not only the Malaysian market, but also the US, Hong Kong, right? And then long term first, short term next, to set the strategy for your the individual shares. And then operate familiar, don't buy too much, just can watch them, right? And learn from them. But when you really trading, less than 5 enough. Okay, so it really worked, okay, for me. And in Homily also, this philosophy goes for 21 years already in different markets, so can just trust it. Okay, and finally, I will share you this method, these words said by Ron Cherry now. So one of the very nice things about investing in the stock market is that you learn about all different aspects of the economy. So it's your window into a very large world. So I give this sentence to you, and hope you have gained something from this video. Okay, thank you very much, and have a nice day. Bye bye. See you next time.